Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, 6 p.m., and here we are again with live readings with yours truly. So, tonight's offerings are obviously tarot because, hey, you can't have live tarot without tarot cards. And we've also got my handy dandy mixed oracle deck. So, whichever is your preference, these are available. As far as how to get your reading tonight, all you have to do after I get the instructions also into the comments. Instructions are both in the comment section and the description, but all you have to do to get in the reading queue, these are done by first paid, first read, but $15 for 10 minutes or single card for 5. If you are a Patreon member, you are appreciated and your code is in your Patreon feed. Sneak over there real quick to double check for your $5 10-minute or $2 single card. Be sure to put the code in the CashApp or Venmo notes. By the way, that's where you're sending your payments. And the name for that is smcrigger for Venmo or CashApp. But Patreon people, put your code in the notes so that not only can I make sure that you're getting the proper reading, but that you're also giving a nice shout out for your support. And then once you send your payment, just comment paid and whether you use Cash App or Venmo into the chat, and we will definitely get you rolling. And as a quick heads up, I will go for the full hour if we get busy. If we stay kind of chill, kind of quiet, probably only go half hour, 45 minutes. But collective reads, updates about my personal life are going to be the thing while we're either in between readings for either for specifics or the collective. And sorry, saw a weird scratch that I'm not quite sure where it came from, but here we are. But yeah, don't mind me. It's been a bit of a busy day between getting some readings done, door dashing, keeping kids in line. I'm lucky enough to have my niece and nephew for the next couple of days, so yay me. Their poor mother is so very trusting. I'm kidding. I love those little devils, and hey, my two survived so far 17, 11 years, so theoretically I can keep a couple more alive. Theoretically. But that's some fun updates as far as the life outside of my reader life. Ooh, also, if you are in the Ohio state boundaries, or it'd probably be closer for those of you out of state if you're in PA, Hen Mansion in Euclid, Ohio is having a super fun psychic fair this Saturday. Details are in my Facebook and my Instagram, so definitely feel free to check that out. And details are also on my Patreon, along with other future in-person dates on where I'll be and what I'll be doing. So definitely take a peek at those. Links are in the channel, so sneak over there when you are also working on making sure that you subscribe for daily single card readings. I do those Monday through Saturday morning with a full week quick view on Sunday nights. And I will be getting back on track with my longer videos as far as teachings about how to live a more aligned you, and also some tarot meditations. I've been getting a lot of great feedback from those, so definitely going to be continuing those. And if you don't know some of the perks about being a Patreon member, one of those is actually early viewings for any of my longer videos. For the general public viewing, they come out at 7:30 those nights. Did anyone else see the weird shape that went across my camera there? Because that was pretty cool. And there was legit nothing. There's nothing burning. I'm not burning incense like I normally would. I put my cigarette out ages ago. But that was cool. Oh my God. I'm going to have to ask a few people that I know to watch the replay. Okay, so that happened between the 4 and 5 minute period. That was cool. I mean, I knew that there was stuff living with me that wasn't entirely corporeal, but that was nifty. But anyway, yeah, so I was talking about one of the benefits of being a Patreon member. Early viewings to the longer videos, those are usually posted for the longer early viewings between 11:30 and 1:30 early in the day. And also, you guys remember me mentioning earlier about how Patreon members get discounted live reads? I post the code typically by 12:30 Wednesdays so that you guys have it and you're ready to go before the live gets rolling. Patreon members also get the perks of picking out whatever new videos come out, as far as, say, you're wanting to learn more about basic candle magic from someone that's been doing it for more than half her life by now. I'm also happy to do videos about that. Or if you would like a video that gives a full lesson from the hermit about how to be more comfortable about introspection, happy to do a video about that as well. But the better parts, between other than just, discounted live readings and early access to videos, my Patreon members actually get personalized monthly readings specifically about whatever they would like. And depending on if you are the little guy at the Helpy Helper $5 a month tier or the Superstar Helper in the $20, depends on how many different personalized reads you get for just one low price. Or just, hey, what all do you get to know at least for that portion of the month? And the reason why I say that those are huge deals is because if you've ever seen me at other events, and for those of you that have not, typically for my events, I charge $25 for 15. Oh, wow. Typically for a 15-minute reading, I charge $25, and for a half hour, I charge $40. So it's pretty much a full-blown steal for you guys that are the Patreon members. And you get to support someone to rebuild and get back to what she loves that much faster. So it's a win for both of us. Definitely reasons to join up and get things rolling. And there are initial gifts of pretty shiny crystals as well. So something to think about if you like shiny things, you silly little crows. Ugh. That was a lot of talking. Oh, and also, whether you're joining the live or watching the replay later, if I could get you guys to leave in the comments if there's a better day and time that works for you guys on being able to join. I'd love for my people that watch the replays to be able to actually catch a live. And my schedule's pretty flexible. So definitely, for those of you watching the replays or catching the lives late, put in the comments days and times that work a little bit better for you to be able to join the lives and be a part of the fun. Because, hey, that's exactly what these are supposed to be. Not just spiritually enriching, but enjoyable. But for right now, let's do a quick collective, because you know what? My brain has been buzzing a crap ton for days, and I'm trying like hell not to flood all of my platforms with crazy extra card readings, and especially trying to keep them small, just because, hey, if you've ever seen all of the other platforms, you know that you're probably not going to see it if it's longer than 2 minutes. And my larger reads get big. And I can only squeeze so much and make sure that you got the message clearly in 2 minutes. I'm good. But if we're talking more than 3 cards, and even that's kind of pushing on making sure that you're getting all the information that I'm getting, that gets a little tricky. But as far as the collective for right now, something that's been buzzing in my head a lot is there is someone, I don't know if they're in my local area or just someone that might catch this and catch the message, I hope. But someone is definitely going through some junk, both in their personal life, their career life, and quite honestly, they might have worse self-esteem than I do. And that's saying a lot because quite literally, even when I'm doing these lives, I can tell you right now, my eyes may look like I'm looking at my screen. It's actually just a really cool trick that I've learned over time because you actually have a better idea on what I look like than I do. Because I'll be the first to admit it. I have low self esteem. But someone that is having issues with their personal and their career life and has worse self esteem than I do, honey britches, let's talk about you for a minute. So this isn't necessarily collective, but you'll know who you are. You're going to get a weird tingle in either your low throat or in your upper stomach. That's just going to feel funny. But let's see what you can't do to get yourself back where you're supposed to be, because there is no way whatsoever that you have any good reason to have that low of self-esteem. I mean, I know I don't have a good excuse. I'm not gonna lie, I could give you a bunch of crap ones. But my friend, I've got a feeling that you have zero reason to feel that crappy about yourself to the point that the Empress card keeps on popping up. Like crazily. There were a few readings that were probably actually yours along with a few others, but to get the Empress card that many times, there is someone out there that is not either not catching the message or not listening to it. Because no joke, I cannot tell you how many times it's happened that I told people their message, but they didn't listen and then came back later saying, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, did you do A, B, and C? No. Well, that's what happened. Well, that was easy. So for our buddy that's just having all kinds of crap going on in their personal and their career life, this is what we've got for you. These two came out together and this one came out sideways. So your issue is, my darling dear, is that you quite literally live in a constant state of you are not sure that you are doing enough. You are not sure that you have enough money. You're not sure that you're doing enough around the house. You're not sure if you're doing enough for both your friends and your coworkers. You live in a constant state of thinking, I'm doing great. Things are fine. Or, oh my God, there's nothing here. There's nothing I can do. What do? I am screwed. You're quite literally, you cannot seem to stop yourself. And I feel so relatable to this. But you, my dear, you seem to have zero control of your two extreme emotions that you keep on bouncing back and forth with. So let's talk about how to fix this, okay? I got your two answers right here. Answer number one, let the past be a fond memory and stop living in it, okay? I love the fact that you have so many happy memories. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. But at some point in time, you need to understand that things change. Nothing ever stays the same. Whether it is a new policy at work that makes things janky and wonky and stupid, or you know what? There's been a change in dynamics in your friendships. You can do everything in your power to try and make everyone live in the past, but it's just not going to work. Okay? Remember these past events fondly, but start trying to adjust to your present. And also remember, you are a hell of a go-getter. You can make a plan. You can find the logical way to fix everything crazy, stupid, fast, and even better, you follow through without stepping on toes and making people feel like junk. You make sure the team stays a team. So if that's not a flex in itself, I don't know what is. Okay? Accept you're awesome. Accept the fact that, yeah, you still got a few things to learn, but who doesn't? Who doesn't? I've been a practicing witch and tarot reader for 20 years. I'm still learning stuff. I'm still learning a new way to whip up some calm herbal blends. I'm still finding new ways and new techniques on centering my brain before a ritual. Because let's face it, I remember the happy and good ways. I've always done it. But I also remember to live in the present because things change. And you can find a logical way to stop your crazy back and forth, get yourself back in a good and healthy alignment with your life, and even better, get yourself with a better viewpoint of yourself. So, my friend, whoever that is, do me a favor and comment working on it so that we can give you the cheerleaders you need to make sure that you stay on it. And just as a quick reminder, I'll only be live for another 15 to 20-ish. So if you would like a reading, definitely get yourself into the queue soon as you can. So I don't know who this is for, but as I mentioned, I've been reading cards for a while, so naturally I know how to grab my deck from pretty much any surface, right? Whenever I'm shuffling. This little guy tried to stay out and away from all the others. So there is someone out there that's going to be ending things somewhere in their life very, very soon. If you don't mind, I'm going to take the liberty to see what's the most painless way that you can do this, because I've got a feeling that you haven't started those endings yet. Or if you have, you're definitely still working in the transitional period between the full ending and the whatever chapter is next. But my gut says that you are definitely still working on the planning of this ending. So let's see how we can make this as painless as possible for yourself and whoever else might be involved. What do we got here? So far, we've got a few good things. All right. So my buddy that is currently working on planning on ending something in their life. I still am not entirely sure on what it is that you're planning on ending, but as far as the easiest way to make it as easy as possible for yourself and whoever else may be involved. The first step is Remember why you're doing it. Remember your goals for this ending. Make sure that they are at the forefront so that you can make sure that you're going forward instead of backward, because somehow, some way you knew in your gut that whatever this is, it was done. It was over. It just didn't serve you anymore. And I'm glad that you did, because it was causing a lot of internal conflict, and you're still crazy conflicted about the ending. But the thing is that you need to make sure that you are still deeply rooted in the reason why you need to end it and your goals for after it is done, so that this internal conflict can no longer be as much at the forefront of your mind. It still will be until you realize that everything is good. And I am sorry that this will not be an issue that goes away all that quickly. But remember that first card said, remember your reason why. Not only why you're on this project, but why you're ending whatever it is that is causing the issues. And also keep in mind that whatever it is that needs to end is also affecting your ability to balance out your life, whether this is your work and your personal, your private life and your social life. It's causing a lot of issues in that balance, because you're almost there, but it looks like actually following through with that ending is going to help you out that much more in finding the balance here and unblocking the hard time with breakthroughs that you know are simple, that you know are almost a 2+2 kind of a thing, where the answers are obvious and easy. But you are so filled with trying to get your balance back and this internal conflict, which is causing up here to be a little screwy, which is why we're going to fall right the hell back to remember the reason why you're ending whatever it is that you're ending right now, okay? You've got a reason, you've got goals, you've got dreams. Keep those at the forefront to quiet down all that static that you're going through. Because once you're able to work with those things, those blockages from finding those crazy simple answers that you know are there, that internal conflict of whether you should or shouldn't, or whether it was the right idea once you do it, or whether it was a terrible idea. From the looks of it, it's a great idea. And making sure that you finally find that balance that has got you so off course. You're going to be finding so many beautiful, wonderful breakthroughs in your passions, in your communications, in just your creativity and being able to see all the answers in front of you again. That breakthrough is going to happen, and you're going to be generating all kinds of amazing ideas to get your goals that much further. So help me help you. Whatever it is that you need to end, whatever it is that you know in your heart, it's got to go. Get on it, my friend. That internal conflict is doing you no good. That almost balanced life is, again, doing you no good. And you know that you've got the answers. The only thing you've got to do is get rid of whatever that distraction is. It'll hurt. It'll suck. But in the end, it'll be worth it. Just like I was telling our guy with the not so awesome self-image. Nothing stays the same forever. Things do change. And the choices you make are what changes them, for the good or the bad. Just, I know that in your case, my dear friend, that with the necessary ending, it's going to look ugly before it looks good. But if you're able to push through it and you're able to remember your goals, that transition is going to be only mildly uncomfortable instead of downright crappy. I'm not sure what fell over there, but okay. Not weird at all, my friends. Not weird at all. Okay, I'll admit, I know that a lot of it's my fault for my hair being everywhere and tickling my ears, but it's enough to drive you a little bonkers, it is. Whew. Well, I guess those were actually the messages I've been buzzing in my head the last couple days because my brain feels a lot quieter. It's nice. I'm glad I got those out because, typically I'm able to kind of make sure that that portion of my brain is kind of turned down just a little bit. I'll still get like the major messages that need to come out, like right meow, right meow. But I don't know if it's just because retrograde is still working its way into direct, because that does take 2 weeks, and it only happened this last Friday that Mercury started going direct. But I'm not sure if it's because Mercury's still working on its directional path, the other things going on in the cosmos, or just really, really, really loud messages. But, oh, it's kind of like when you start to feel a headache ease off, kind of a nice relief from the pressure. Because it doesn't hurt, it's a lot of noise without being noise. I guess it's one of those things that if you've ever experienced it, you know what I mean. That whole thing going around for the last, what, year or so, if you know, you know. Don't mind me, I don't know all the cool kids lying. But for our last read of the night, it's nothing against you guys, but I've got kits for tarot classes to make. I've got hopefully a few games of Uno to beat some kids on. And if I'm really lucky, one of them will play chess. But we're going to do our what's your meditation for the night card, and then I'll be signing off. But remember what I said, for those of you catching the replay, definitely make sure you leave in the comments what days and times work great for you so that you can join the fun. The only thing I'll ask is that if you're out of the Eastern Standard Time zone, that you put what time zone I'm looking at. Because, yeah, 4 p.m. my time is way different than 4 p.m. Pacific time. Be real, real awkward if I jumped on 4 p.m. my time and, yeah. But as far as our meditation card for the night, we're actually going to be grabbing from my mixed oracle deck, and we are looking at, all right. So I would definitely say that this looks to me like we're going to be encouraged to kind of reach out for our ancestors during our meditation night, because we have the mermaid and the turtle. An elder will teach you is the message that we've got here. So what that's telling me is that there is a lesson that either your ancestors or an elder spirit guide of some kind is trying to deliver to you, probably for a hot minute, because, with how busy our world is, we're probably missing more messages than catching, even on the best of days. So, tonight, when you're doing your meditations, I'm sure there's a few fabulous guided ones also on YouTube, but try and reach out for your ancestors and ask them, what are they trying to tell you? What are they trying to say? What answer are they trying to help you find? Because that might be exactly the thing that you need, whether it's, okay, am I supposed to go to Aunt Rachel or Uncle Bob to discuss what to do with my tax return? Even the mundane, you can go to your ancestors for. If you're looking something more along the lines of spiritual, there's no shame in asking them what deities to work with if you work with deities. Or what herb do they recommend for the chicken soup that you're making for a friend to help them feel better? Yes, even chicken soup is actually magic, not just because it's from Macbeth. Cooking in general is magic. I'll actually probably do a video on that soon because be amazed at the differences you see when you start to notice. But tonight, work with your ancestors and see what they can help you with or what messages that they have to reach out to you with. But until next Wednesday, have a fabulous evening, and I look forward to seeing all of you again soon.